All right. Hello, everyone. This is a bit overdue, but been working on, had to get the printer back up and running, and then I'm also just trying to get the rest of this together. 1 second, I think the camera's a bit off. There, that's a bit better. Sorry about that. Okay, starting over. So, hey everyone. Hope you're doing well. Trying to get these videos in before the storm hits and I end up losing power, but no, it's been a bit working since I've had a long form update on the Dr. Doom video, and so I wanted to give you guys a shot of where I've gotten so far. So let's see, make sure the camera's in the right spot here. Here's the progress so far. I've gotten a little bit more of the brown into the eyes of the helmet and was able to get 4mm tiger's eye beads for his eyes, since canonically his eyes are brown. I just kind of slowly dug a hole, or melted a hole into the filament with the soldering iron tip, and then got it to where I could just force the eye in there and push the filament in, and it's held itself. I'll try and work on detailing and smoothing some of this out, and then applying a bit more paint. I need to try and find the red paint that I got so I can keep working on the scar tissue around the eyes. That's the progress with the helmet. Gotten the leg, this is all the left leg. So I'm going to try and go over and smooth this out again with, yeah, definitely going to do some wet sanding on this before I put any more paint on it. But again, it's the chainmail blended with the silver to kind of get into a gunmetal titanium range. The foot's a bit tricky because it's apparently not perfectly flat, and because of that, it needs a lot of bridging, which tends to result in it falling apart. These actually, the legs have been some of the biggest prints that I've ever done on my Neptune 4 Max. One thing well, here, let me finish off the rest of it. So, because I have an interesting style choice that I'm debating on making. If I can get that to stay still. Okay, this is actually the latest piece that just finished and is the last part of the left leg. So, wow. The .28, the .28 millimeter, or the .28 offset setting on the support Z settings works really well, because that just all fell off. Okay, so here we go. Doodly-doo, do the zoomy. Ended up having to change the filament out. Even though it's the same filament, you get a different color apparently. That turned out so well. Okay. And I think I should be able to use my little, it's buried back there somewhere, but the not soldering iron, but the mini rotary tool to try and buff this seam out when I go through the sanding process. I am really liking the matte PLA because it is effectively color changing. So when this actually has the, this is the knee, and it's got the wood putty already in it, but you have, as you sand it, it turns into more of like this color here. It's a bit more accurate. Zoom in on that. So essentially it makes it much more visible that when you were doing this sanding. Let's see, we've got a few little bits still in here. Okay, I can work on those a little bit later. Or I can be OCD and do them now. Because you can get some bits stuck in the chain link area. And you have to kind of fight to get those out safely. And these particular tweezers are actually pretty weak. And I'm still not getting it where you need to see it. So yeah, you just got to kind of pick at this bit for the where you get into the chainmail. That's a bit better. Okay. And yep, looking good, looking good. I set it to ludicrous, so I'll have to do a bit more extra sanding in here. But that's going to be, see, that piece is going to go, I think that actually goes here. So let's see. There's a spot on here where there is the nub. Perfect, there it is. Okay, that's where that's going to go. So, this whole thing here is, okay, that's as far out as I can go. So this is going to go here, and so my camera is fully zoomed out, so there's no way I can actually show you how long this is going to be. But yeah, this is going to go here and stabilize itself, hopefully. The base is also finished. Let me get that real quick. Try and keep this at about 10 minutes instead of my longer ramblings. I may have to work out a few different bits with this, but we've got, this is half of it, but you've got the base going. The base I did at 20% infill, sanded it down. I still got to work on my melting technique, some parts more than others. I'll probably have to sand off some of this and really hit it a lot harder. But, and then use what I did on here, because if you look, you can just barely see that line. So, definitely did it better with that bit. Okay, there we go. Whoa. But yeah, I'll be going over that with this. I did actually pick out a really cool color, which I left in another room because I don't want it out here in this cold. Since the office is really badly insulated. It's on the back of that thing. Okay. Oh. So I've got a Krylon metallic matte cast iron for the base, which I think will contrast nicely with the gunmetal. And then eventually I'll get around to working on the statue. Not the statue, the nameplate at the base. Okay. Let me set this over here. Okay. So to focus on this bit, I got some of it painted last night. I think it has a good color to it. But then I also decided to go with just the silver for the chainmail. And the new brushes my mom gave me for Christmas worked out a lot better with that. So yeah, I think it gives it a nice extra distinctive color. It's still the armor, but you've got that nice extra distinctive bit there. And then what I am thinking about doing to give this an interesting little tweak is these areas here and into here maybe. I'm considering giving it a green paint to kind of give it an extra Dr. Doom touch. So it's got the green in these little niches. Maybe or maybe not into here. We'll see. But then also kind of like possibly in these niches here. And then like these little spots here. I'm going to do some research before I do it. Because I want to make sure that I don't overdo it and that it still kind of fits in with his style and canon. But no, I think it's coming along very nicely. I'm going to reinforce instead of just using the... Normally I've been using... I have some here somewhere. These, which are the ones that he provides you to 3D print to make the... I may have to grind these open a bit. I may have put some stuff in here. Actually, I'm betting it's due to the... Yeah, that's due to the issues with the printing. These aren't as big as they're supposed to be. But essentially, these are the dowels. What I'm going to do for this is I'm going to use some of the leftover ones that I used for my nephew's Christmas present, which are metal, in the hopes that it will just act as an extra reinforcement. Additionally, I did figure out a very useful technique for getting these dowels to stay in place when you print them. Not when you print them, but when you install them, so that you don't have the issue that I'd had with some of the other pieces where it is moving around and so the print part shifts around. And that is a hot glue gun. So I just go in, put a dab in, and then insert this. It is holding a lot better than trying to do a little bit of super glue, just because it takes it up and then it cools really quickly. So they're all in place relatively quickly, and any like residue, you can either wipe up or wait for it to dry and then just like scrape off like super glue, hot glue. Okay. I'm going to try and get to work on the next leg, going from the top down, just because that right foot has been a pain. Because I have to find the exact right spot for it, because between this one, and this one, I only have like a few tiny little areas that I can actually print it in on the print bed, because it's either wrong or right, or it's too big. So there's literally like one and only one position that I could fit it on for the print bed. And kind of the same with this one. But I'm going to get it together and I'll try and do the painting. I'm still occasionally doing the live stream on TikTok as I work on it. Trying to get like a thing where I can actually see responses, but I may try and get the content up onto YouTube. It's just I'm using my phone camera, so any responses I'm seeing are actually on the screen facing away from me. But that's going to be it on the update for now. I'm going to try and get all this stuff together and then try and get it uploaded. Hopefully we don't lose power. If we do, I might make some videos or do some live streams related to other 3D printing stuff. But that's it for now. Thanks for still checking out the channel and everything. Hope you all have a good weekend, a good end of January, beginning of February, and also stay safe if you're in the area of the storm. I am going to have to call out of work tomorrow because it's going to be bad. But anyway, have a good night, everybody. Bye.